Let's break the cycle of credit card debt with the one, the only Bruce Sellery.
I love how you said that.
Right?
Come on, Tracy. There are many Bruce Sellerys out there. We just haven't met them yet.
Yes, but you're ours.
I'm a dime a dozen.
So you are the special Bruce Sellery.
Oh, I love that.
Also known as the Money Man. Am I right,
heard
Candy?
that.
Yeah, the Money Man.
I heard that.
Yes, that's your new name around here.
Love it.
So let's get into it. I mean, it's a conversation that we need to have because we want to know when we get to January, we're going to be okay because we were responsible. So why is managing our credit card debt during the holiday season so much harder? Like, why is it so tough?
Two things.
Yeah.
Temptation and guilt.
So
the temptation, think about the holidays of all there is to eat and all there is to drink. It's like, it's just all there. It's the same with spending. There's so many opportunities to overspend. You walk into the mall, you've done the list, you're carrying nothing in your hands, and it's like a TikTok transformation. Boom! And all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I have so much stuff. And $2,000 in credit card debt.
Immediately.
It just all of a sudden immediately happens. So that's temptation. The guilt. If they call it the most wonderful time of the year, I think it is the most guiltiest time of the year. Because your kids deserve a big Christmas. Your mom, you give her the thing and she opens the thing and her facial expression is so full of love for you.
Right.
So that's the guilt part. Now, it could be a little different this year because BMO has published some survey results that say 78% of Canadians are going to spend less on holiday spending this year.
We're struggling. There's a lot of people struggling, and I think that there might be something good to come out of racking it back a little bit.
100%.
Like, let's be smart and, like, go buy the broccoli.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's not all the toys. So what do we do about it? What can we do? Like, how do we deal with it? How do we rein ourselves
Start
in?
with the most important question, which is why. Why do I want to reduce my credit card spending this year? And for some people, the honest answer, like they're really wanting to answer this question honestly, and they're like, I should want this. My husband wants this. I would sleep better at night, but I don't want to. I really don't want to change anything. And if that's the case, don't. Because nothing I can say, no matter how charismatic and handsome I am, and I'm very charismatic and very handsome, will make, thank you. But it's going to make absolutely no difference. Make no difference at all.
So you're just going to let people off the hook? Like,
no.
Come on.
Hard no. No. I'm going to ask them a supplementary question. And that is, what are the consequences of your current behavior?
Right.
Because mostly we're like, la, 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 it's not happening. It's happening to someone else. It's not happening to me. They really look at it. They'd say, my credit score is crap. My marriage is in trouble. I can't speak at night. And if you just take a minute to, like, take all that in, and then I ask you the question again, why do you want to limit your credit card spending? Peace of mind. I want peace of mind. That's what I want. So that's the answer. And if it isn't crystal clear to you that why, nothing, as I say, nothing is going to work.
And that is like, that applies to everything in life.
It really does.
Why do you want to lose the weight? Why do you want to be nicer to your neighbor? Why do you want, like, there needs to be a why, right?
100%.
Okay, so we get the why. We pinpoint the why. Now what do we do?
We write it all down. We write the budget. So this is the list of gifts, of meals, of decorations, of entertainment, of travel. It's all the things. And really think about what is involved in this period. It's a couple of months, and there's a lot of things. Some things you wouldn't think of, like you're driving to see family. That could be a couple of $100s in gas that you wouldn't spend in another month. Parents of children forget maybe that they've got multiple children who have multiple teachers, and there's an expectation that you're going to be contributing to a gift card. So you write all those things down, total it up. You're going to hate the number, but total it up and look at that number.
Yeah, and don't be conservative. Like, have a lot of wiggle room in that budget. I forget the teachers every single year. It's like, the coaches, the daycare workers, like all of the people you got to include on that list. Okay, so what do we do now to fund it?
Oh yeah, because you've got this total and you're like, and where does this money come from the sky? No. So some people have been saving for it, but very few. Many people are putting it on a credit card. And so you need to think about January and February and think, what am I going to do to change my behavior in January or February to pay that off? So I am going to eliminate dining out. I'm eliminating takeout. I'm not going to get my hair done for 3 months. Some people, the audience,
oh my gosh,
collective
bite your tongue.
Like, what?
There's got to be something else I can cut.
Surely. But you need to think about, okay, if you're not going to pay it off in full by January 1st, don't let it be June. Because all of a sudden you're looking at that outstanding balance and you're really not happy with it because it is extended for months and months and months. And every single month that outstanding balance exists, you are paying interest on it. And that interest is killer.
It's very high interest
for credit cards. It's very high.
Okay, any tips on how we can stick to our budget?
Yeah. So first is pay cash, which I know I say all the time, but it is excruciating to peel money off and spend it in a store. There is nothing worse than that. It's excruciating. The other thing is when it comes to online payments, this is where the mischief is. I got to tell you, this is where the mischief is. Because we've set up our computer to remember all of our credit card details, right? So don't do that. And it's not to say that you can move to cash on everything, because I happen to live in current times. It's not the medieval era, right? Where you're like paying the baker with 2 shekels. That's not the way that it is. We use credit cards.
Right.
But they anesthetize the pain. And what we want to do is connect the action to the consequence. So here's an example. You know, you're curling your hair, you accidentally burn your scalp with the curling iron, and you feel it immediately. You squeal. There's some sort of thing that alerts you to the fact that you have done this. Imagine if your body didn't tell you. Tracy, you would show up to do Cityline looking like a burn victim. Like you'd have like curling iron scars all over yourself because you didn't know that there were consequences to your behavior. And credit cards really do anesthetize the pain.
So he's saying we need to hurt. We need to feel the pain. And when you take those 20s out of your wallet, it does hurt.
It really does hurt.
So try and give yourself a chunk of cash. And use cash, which is so hard to do.
100%.
So when you're shopping online, you say make sure that it forgets you every single time.
Every time.
The other thing I would throw in there is I have so many things linked up to my credit card now. My Apple Pay, my Uber Eats, my Amazon. I am trying to connect those to my PayPal, which goes to at least my checking account.
Smart.
So at least I'm not feeling the pain immediately, but I am at least using money that I actually have.
And so remember, we're going to answer the why, and then everyone is going to write their budget down. And Tracy, I'm going to give you a pen and a piece of paper.
Oh, so, no, we're starting now?
Yeah, we're starting right